class together later in the day. Yes. No, I saw her put it in there. I was like, oh my God, what'd she put in there? And I got really excited. And then I was just like, well, this is bullshit.
You know what we call that?
What?
Big dick energy.
Yep.
She fucking killed you.
Yeah. But see, all my breakups are kind of like that. They're kind of just funny. I tend to have funny breakup stories. I only have one more, so I want to save it.
Okay. Do you have anybody that you're like, damn, come back to me?
No.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't want to go out with anybody that I had previously dated unless it was old 8th grade. She's the one that actually, when I think about it and I'm like, if my life could have gone a completely different way if we had been like the high school sweetheart thing. Because, I mean, obviously I know we only dated in 8th grade, but imagine, in my head I'm like, what if we did date through high school and through college? And then we...
So when I asked that question and you said no, you completely lied.
Yeah. But I reversed. I'm just, I don't know.
I feel like she... Well, okay, because I remember in the Exes episode, we talked about the one that got away. But you didn't say her, did you?
No.
I didn't think so. But she's your one that got away.
Well, because this summer I saw her.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, this summer I saw her and I was like, And I was making her laugh and like we were having a good time. Like we were talking and I was like, well, you know what? This is...
Why didn't you tell me that?
It didn't cross my mind to tell you.
Huh.
Yeah. But I thought it was funny. And it's mostly a joke, but like I do think about it. It's like, what if?
Yeah.
Like a hypothetical, not a I'm actually interested in that person. But I do think I do think about that one.
Interesting.
Because we were very close through high school too.
Yeah.
Like I was one of her first friends when she moved.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know that we dated, but like, and through high school it was never really weird.
Yeah. I mean, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, I was crushingly sad that summer.
Yeah.
But then in 9th grade I was fine because I was slaying.
Yeah, you're in high school.
Yeah, I was a big baller shot caller in 9th grade.
Were you a wrestler? I feel like you did something extracurricular.
I was a cross-country runner.
That's what it was. And you swam too, right?
Yeah. I was a swimmer.
I feel like girls like swimmers.
Nope.
Oh, yikes.
Well, no, you're right. Girls do like swimmers.
But they also don't like swimmers.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Pretty much. But yeah,
I'm trying to think of like the funniest. But I don't know if I have like funny breakups. I think mine are pretty tragic.
The one that you told in Exes is always funny. So you should retell that. I mean, didn't you get a text during like a Breaking Bad episode or Game of Thrones or something?
Oh, it was the episode of Game of Thrones. Yeah, I was watching an episode of Game of Thrones.
Do you remember the episode?
Yeah, it's the episode. I don't remember like what season or like what episode number it was. So this is going to be light spoilers if you haven't. It's early though. I think it was like season 4.
Yeah.
It was definitely season 4. It's the episode where Jon Snow and Sam, or maybe just Sam, are like, they had just crossed the wall. And they're in that little wildling village or like house where that guy is like having kids with his daughters and shit.
That was season 2.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was season 4 because it was senior year of high school, and that's whenever the Viper and the Mountain fought. And that, because I remember talking about that.
Dude, I'm telling you.
No, I promise you it's season 4. We'll look it up after this episode.
I gotta look it up now. I'm almost 100.
I promise
that
you it's
first
season
episode,
4.
whenever they go, and they first get to the wall, and it was what is his name? I know who you're talking about because he's having kids with all of his daughters.
Yeah, no, it's not season 2 episode. It's definitely season 4 because that's whenever Sam meets Gilly, and it's the episode where Bran and Jon Snow are at the same place, and they don't see each other. Season 4, I promise. I'll put money on it.
I think you're confusing episodes, but
No,
anyways, finish the breakup story.
So I'm deep in this episode because it's crazy. Like there's a lot of shit going down in this episode.
Game of Thrones in general, there's just a lot of shit going down.
Like on commercial breaks, we would be texting.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things where I was like, I knew something was
Hold
off.
on, pause. HBO doesn't have commercials.
Oh shit, you're right. So I was just texting.
Yeah. Okay, keep going.
That's fine. That's a minor detail.
I'm just saying there's holes in your story. Okay. So maybe you broke up with her.
No, I didn't. I could show you the text messages.
Okay,
because I don't delete them, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm watching the show, we're talking, and I can tell something's off.
Uh-huh.
And at some point, I'm like, hey, what's wrong? And she's like, nothing. Classic. And I was like, okay.
That is classic.
I was like, okay, well, I can tell
I don't want to
to
turn this into a men griping section about women, but that is a classic thing.
Guys do it too. We do it too.
But in the context of this conversation, when you're talking to a girl and she's just like, what, and you're like, what's wrong? She's like, nothing, period. Going to bed, period. And I'm like, all right. And then 30 minutes later, she'll be like, you up? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I'm pissed.
So I'm like halfway through the episode, and she like sends me a text, and she's like, yeah, we should break up. I'm not really feeling this anymore. And I just remember like having to pause it and be like, no! I'm certain that I cried.
You're certain?
I know in my gangster heart that I cried.
Yeah.
It was a dark moment, and it's still, to this day, one of my least favorite episodes.
Well, yeah, something like that will scar you.
Yeah. It wasn't fun.
Music, that's for me, breakups and music. Like, when you, like, all the songs that you guys listen to together, man, when you turn one of those songs on, it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, but there's something, I agree with that, because I've had some relationships, some, like, big relationships that were like that, where I, like, could not listen to even songs that, like, I had shown, because it was, like, tied to that. But there's something so nice about, like, you know you're doing really well when, and you're, like, getting over things whenever you can finally go back to those songs.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're like, this is just a good song, and it doesn't remind you of, previous things or anything like that. Like, that's always a really nice time.
Yeah, it always tends to be, because every relationship I've ever been in, and I'm just going to plug this band really fast, because I talk about it all the time. Every relationship I've ever been in, I've talked to them about Yeasayer.
Okay.
And I play them Ambling Alp.
Okay.
And that's kind of like the litmus test for me. One girl I was talking to last summer, I sent her that song, and she's like, I don't really like it. And I was like, well...
I don't really like you.
I don't really like you. But that song has never been tied to anybody else for me.
Well, that's just like your thing. Like, you even have it
I have it tattooed on me. But
shout out to Yeasayer.
Shout out to you.
Think they'll listen to this episode?
Probably not.
I'm going to tweet at them.
You should.
I will.
Whenever I got the tattoo, they sent me a tweet back and said, and I think I talked about this on one episode.
Yeah, I think so.
But they sent me a tweet back and they said that I could come to any concert for free.
Well, say something to them, because I'm going to tweet it at them. I'll even tweet the timestamp so they don't have to listen to the whole episode. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, but no, it's like, that song never has ever changed for me. Any of their music. You didn't say anything to them.
Yeasayer, dear God, I love you guys. Supposedly have a new album coming out, and I need it. You tweeted about it, or like you posted an Instagram post about it like 3 months ago, and it's just this like, it just says Yeasayer. It looks like gold. It says Yeasayer, like classic rock, and they're like, album coming soon. And they keep posting pictures of themselves in the studio with no time frame, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's fine, but, like, I die for their music. Like, and that's another thing, too. I rarely find a band that I can listen to every song.
Yeah.
And, like, vibe with every single song. But every single one of their songs is just, like, I just put my ears on it all the time. I listen to them daily. And I've known about them since freshman year. Not of college.
Yeah.
Of high school.
Yeah.
So it's... I fucking love you. Jeez, I want another tattoo like this because I want. Have you ever watched the Ambling Out music video? I think I've shown it to you. I know that I've shown it to you.
I remember you showing it to me, but I don't
like
really remember it.
Anyways, there's this like the story of the Ambling Alp is like a story about a boxer, and he was a black boxer, and he fought a Nazi boxer and lost. And then the Nazi moved to the U.S. because the Nazi Party was an actual party before Hitler was insane, and this guy just moved prior to and never had any like Nazi sentiment. He just fought for Germany during the Olympics, and so, anyways, this boxer, the main guy in the story, fights a guy called the Ambling Alp, and then is
Okay.
able to fight the
Nazi
Nazi guy again.
Oh.
And they were friends for like their whole life because, like I said, he wasn't like an actual Nazi. He
Yeah.
just fought for Germany. But it's a pretty cool story.
Okay.
I love that. Anyways, that was a very long tangent. Yay, sir, I love you. Please. Oh, I was going to tell you about the tattoo that I want. In the music video, there's a boxer guy with like a mirror face. It's like geometric mirror.
Yeah.
And I want to get that somewhere.
Where would you get it?
I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. I think I want a sleeve, so
Yeah.
at some point. Now a finger tat guy.
Yeah. That's true.
I got a finger tattoo, which is
I feel like it hurt a lot.
it did not.
Wow.
It was over
Easy.
and done.
Yeah.
It was super quick.
That makes sense.
What a tangent.
Yeah. We always
Everyone-
go on tangents. That's just a thing.
I just could talk about them all.
I know you could.
I could talk about them the whole time. It's like you in Infinity War.
Yeah.
'Cause you just were like, I'm sorry, and you're like, I'm sorry, because like you get so hyped up
Fuck,
about it.
dude.
But like,
I watched it again last night.
Yeah.
And it really changed my life again.
again,
I forgot how good it was.
Yeah.
I forgot how much I really love Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I cried in new parts of the movie.
what? Yesterday's episode was about Infinity War. We're not doing this again.
I know. I was just saying.
Yeah.
Because we haven't talked about
Yeah.
it really. So, but yeah. Oh man. Okay. Well, yeah. That's a tangent. Let's get back to relationships
Yeah.
and breakups.
Baby's Arms by Kurt Vile. Can't listen to it.
What?
The song Baby's Arms
Oh.
by Kurt Vile.
Gotcha.
Still can't listen to it.
Did you ever make mixtapes for girlfriends?
Yeah.
Mm.
In high school, I definitely did in high school. Definitely. And I got some mixtapes back. I
Really?
can't listen to those.
I have some songs from like mixtapes that I was with a girl like sophomore year of high school, and she made me like 2 or 3 mixtapes, and I still listen to those songs, not the mixtapes, but there's really good songs that like really kind of like stuck with me for the most part. It's like when they come up, I'm like, oh yeah, I fuck with this, but I don't know. It's cool that it is now no longer like this is what she gave me.
But if you listen to them in that order.
Well, yeah, I don't even fucking remember the order.
Yeah. Oh, do you not have the mixtape still?
No.
Oh.
No, I got rid of those sometime in high school, I think. And I just know most of the songs that were on them, I think. I do have a mixtape from a previous relationship in college
Oh, yeah?
that I just don't even look at.
Yeah. Well, I think it's funny, too. One thing I wanted to ask you about breakups in particular. Was there ever anything... and this is, like, recent for me.
Okay.
And I haven't talked to you about this either.
Okay.
Because it was very personal.
Mm-hmm.
There was something from my past relationship. It was a journal that her and I shared. Of, like, pictures and, like, all this stuff. And, like, we, just... I don't know. It was... If things had worked out and we got married, it would have been a super great memento.
Yeah.
That type of thing. And so I couldn't get rid of it.
Really?
I couldn't. Like, and it wasn't like that I had hope for the relationship, because I didn't, but it was just like, I don't know. Even though the relationship ended badly, the relationship was good.
Was it?
I'm gonna argue that yes, it was, because it may not have been good like in the moment or emotionally, but I definitely figured some shit out about myself.
Well, yeah,
I
that's
think she
just
figured-
everything, you know?
Yeah, so I would look back on the experience as positive.
Okay,
Yeah,
I got you.
Like a positive experience. So I didn't want to get rid of it, but I finally did this summer.
Yeah, so I was in a relationship for roughly 2.5 years.
Yeah.
The
entirety of our friendship.
Yeah, pretty much. And from very early on, I would save like everything that we had. You know, I had like random like Polaroid pictures and like movie tickets, concert tickets, every like note she ever wrote me.
That was kind of
that.
like the journal that I was
Yeah, and so I had everything, and I kept it in one spot and saved it. Because, you know, if things had worked out, it would have been a super cool scrapbook kind of thing.
Yeah.
And, like, would have been super meaningful and shit like that. And shortly after that ended, granted, it ended very badly. It
did about 17 different times.
Well, I mean, like, the final ending.
Yeah.
When it was, like, shit was happening all the time.
Yeah.